www.pri.com/pre-plant-challenge to get your kit.
Hi there, I'm here to tell you a little about this new program called Safe to Help Illinois.
Maybe you know somebody who's being bullied, or worse, thinking about hurting themselves or others. If you don't feel safe telling an adult about the things that are happening around you, check out Safe to Help.
Safe to Help is not about snitching or getting someone in trouble. It's about helping one another out.
You can call, you can text.
You can download the free mobile app, and it's all over social media.
So what do you say? Let's give it a try.
Brought to you by IEMA.
The frost is coming out of the ground. Soon it'll be time to roll. A new season, a new challenge. It makes your heart race. Gotta plant earlier, faster, with more on the line. Gotta make the most of every seed. We get it. Meristem Crop Performance. We know you sell bushels, not empty promises. Connect with us for the right tools, like excavator and Revline hopper throttle, to fight back and get more bushels for less. Find your local dealer at meristemag.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio today, Curt Homann. Today, we speak about the Warner Hospital Foundation, and he is the foundation board president. Good morning, Curt. Is it board president or
I'm the executive director actually.
Yes, that's right. I knew that wasn't right. Anyways, good morning, Curt. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Good to see you again.
Yeah, feels like we're in spring already. Oh my goodness.
I hope we are.
Yeah, and if March decides to just like dump a bunch of snow on us, I'm just gonna be like beside myself. Gonna be ridiculous. So anyways, speaking of looking ahead, Curt, we're gonna look ahead this morning to 2023 for the Hospital Foundation, and you've been the president of the Hospital Foundation for roughly a year, give or take now. Talk a little bit about how that's gone and how you think things are going so far.
Sure. So director, I've been the director for a year, and
sorry, I'll get it right eventually.
It's all good. And it's gone well. I mean, anytime you step into a new role, there's a big learning curve, and certainly the past year, was a big learning curve in terms of getting to know people, getting to know the systems, how things operate, and those types of things. But it's gone well, and we keep moving forward and moving forward in a really positive manner. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the future for the hospital and the foundation.
Sure. We talked about goal setting in your other role as the DCDC director. So how about goal setting for the Hospital Foundation? Have you done any, deep diving into that area? How about that?
Well, we do. The foundation, of course, its primary focus is to raise funds to assist the hospital with needs. And so, as a board and personally, we, of course, a big part of that is setting goals. But, in the past year, the main goal was just to get out, meet people, introduce, open their eyes to the hospital and the foundation and its needs that are out there. And I think it's done well. Now we're going to ramp, obviously, as we move forward, we're going to continue to ramp up and give people opportunities to donate to the foundation to benefit the hospital and do so in a fun way if they'd like to. So we've got a lot of fun events coming up.
Yeah, let's dive into some of those. It starts with Glow Bingo. I believe that's is it March or April?
It is March. Yeah, so it's a little over a month from now, March 24th. And that will be in Clinton this year. We did that in Lincoln last year and had good support, but we anticipate fantastic support for it here in Clinton this year. And March 24th it'll be at the Georgia Jill, which is of course Circle South area, and super excited to have that event. For those that don't know, Glow Bingo. What is Glow Bingo? Glow Bingo is glow in the dark bingo, and it's kind of a wild and crazy bingo night. It legitimately is. They have black lights and they'll provide you with kind of glow in the dark hats and beads and those types of things. Many people will dress up. It's a little louder than your typical bingo with some music and an MC or DJ or whatever that's kind of playing along with the bingo and kind of telling some funny or semi-funny jokes, and
may not be for everybody, right?
No, but it really is a lot of fun.
So
there's speakers set up, and it'll be a good time.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say I actually anticipate just based on our initial response, I anticipate that there's a really good chance that this event will actually sell out.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Are tickets on sale now?
We have printed tickets in our possession, and I just checked this morning. The online site is live for people to be able to, as of this morning, to buy tickets online.
All right.
So after we're done here, sometime today, I'm going to put a link on the Facebook Foundation Facebook page.
Okay.
Warner Hospital Health Services Foundation. There'll be links there to go in, and you can register and buy tickets. And I would recommend that you do that sooner than later for sure.
Absolutely. So it's a Friday night. Talk about putting it on a Friday versus say like a Saturday or maybe a Sunday afternoon matinee type of thing. How about that?
Yeah. So I really the considerations for us would be a Friday night or Saturday night. And, maybe the idea is that a chance after work, people get a chance to relax, and they may have other weekend plans or those types of things. So, we're happy with Friday night.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it. I just, normally you see fundraisers on like Saturday. So
many times you do.
Yeah. So nice little change of pace. No doubt about it. How much are tickets?
So they're $25 in advance. They're $30 if there are any seats available at the door. They'll be $30.
Okay.
If you do an online, there's a small service charge that's added to that ticket cost. But really, it's by far the easiest way to do that, and it guarantees your reserved a spot as well.
Gotcha. How many tickets are you selling?
So we actually had 200 printed for ourselves, and we've gone through half of those already.
No kidding.
Yeah, and just really through word of mouth. We've not put a lot of publicity out there. We didn't want to do that until it was live. So we anticipated there's probably somewhere around 200 tickets available, and we're going to start spreading the word now. So those I'm confident those will go pretty quick just by the initial response that I've heard from people.
All right, very good. So coming up, again, Globe Bingo, that is Friday, March the 24th. 5 o'clock start. Am I remembering that right?
Doors open at 6.
6. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
And then the games actually start at 7.
Okay.
So I would recommend getting there, 6 or shortly after, get a seat, get your spot, get comfortable. It takes a little while to get through the check-in line and get your bingo supplies and all of those things.
All right.
And, so I would not wait till 5 till 7. That's for sure.
Absolutely. So put that on the calendar. Anything else on Globe Bingo you want to put out there for us?
Well, yeah, we actually we have several sponsors, but we still need several more. We still have some games that need to be sponsored, and someone can sponsor really from anywhere from $150 on up, and some of those sponsorship would include some tickets as well. So. If I haven't reached your business, please reach out to me or Melissa at the hospital.
Okay.
And we can make sure I can get you something emailed and get you some information on that. But it's a great way to support the hospital in that way as well, and get your business listed out there.
Yeah, a little potential publicity there as well. So now, are you earmarking funds raised from this event? Will they go to something specific? What do you think there?
These are not specific earmarked funds. In some events we do that, but this time they're not earmarked.
Okay.
So that'll go to the general fund, and again, we use that for a variety of purposes when the hospital needs come about.
Yeah, sure. Well, and this really, Curt, kicks off again. Our guest in studio today, Curt Homann. He's the executive director of the, or is it executive director of the hospital board? So
Warner Hospital Foundation.
Warner Hospital Foundation
Board. Yep.
Oh, Curt, goodness gracious, it's been a day already. At any rate, with that said, this kind of kicks off what is a long line of events you have planned for the foundation. How about that coming into 2023?
We do. So, in terms of fundraising and fun events, we have, of course, the Globe Bingo in March. Last year, we did our first golf outing in September, and we're going to continue that in September as well.
Now, did we get to recap that? I don't remember.
I don't recall. I would guess we did.
Okay.
But
remind me how it went.
We wanted it not to be too large for the first time, and so we kept the teams kind of at a minimum. I think we had 7 or 8 teams that played.
Okay.
It went really well. We're going to expand the number of teams this year.
Okay.
And now that we've got a year under our belt, but we for sure going to do that again, and it went really well. The weather was perfect. It was really a good day.
All right. So bringing that back this year.
Bringing that back in September. Of course, then the the hospital for, I think this will be the 10th year they have the Swifty Swine 5K, and I made a commitment that I'm actually going to run in that event this year.
Really?
So
Look at you.
You know,
all right,
barring a unexpected injury, you know, a few days before, but I'm gonna work on getting in shape a little bit better and running in that event, and that's a great event for the foundation and hospital as well. So that kind of coincides with Apple and Pork.
Yes.
And then something we are also going to kick off this year, and you're first to hear it publicly, is we are going to do a pickleball fundraiser. So we've got some details still to work out, at one of which is dates. But I am super, super excited to do this pickleball fundraising
Why is
event
that?
this summer. It's something you don't see. You know, a lot of, you know, golf outings, bingo events, those types of things. You know, many organizations do those across the state, across the country. Pickleball you don't see very often. I did a Google search and I found one pickleball fundraising tournament in California. You know, but by and far that they don't really exist that often. With the increase in popularity of pickleball and you know, you can watch it on TV pretty regularly now, and I think it's going to be a fun I really think it's going to be a fun event.
Well, especially
so I'm
in
super
Clinton.
excited.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They just redid those courts. You know, that like, I know there's summer leagues and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a great opportunity to tap into that.
It is, and some of the area communities have pickleball leagues as well. So I think, you know, we may be able to bring some folks over, and hopefully, you know, our Clinton DeWitt County crew will beat any of the competing towns and counties. But if not, that's okay. It's all going to a great cause. But I think there'll be some competitive spirit there too.
Would this be a multi-day thing?
I think we're planning for one day for this year. So and again, we're still working out details on that. So my guess is it'll be sometime in June.
Cool.
But I will be back certainly before that time and give you the good updates on that.
Sure, very good. Well, what else is coming up in 2023 you're looking forward to?
One of the things I wanted to remind everyone is, you know, one of the things that the foundation does is offer a scholarship, and that deadline is coming up April 15th. It's the Belinda Rittenhouse Scholarship. It goes to a high school senior or a college student that is pursuing a medical career.
Okay.
And again, the application deadline is April 15th. I believe we've received maybe one or two at this point, but and I know there's still a little bit of time, but I want to remind people that are listening, you know, there's some money for students. So it's a great resource to help pay for some college.
Now, is there a dedicated amount each year, and it's based off how many kids apply? How does that scholarship work?
You know, it's a great question. That we actually have a committee that handles all of the finite details on that. And so unfortunately I don't have all those details. If you go to the foundation website, it's been shared there. It's also been shared on the hospital Facebook page as well.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I meant Facebook page, not website.
Got it. Okay.
And it'll have all of those details
listed
on there. So,
all right, easy enough. So check that out. And do you know the date of that deadline to get that in?
April 15th.
April 15th.
Yes.
So that's not far away.
It'll be here before we know it.
Yes, it will. Anything else on that scholarship? Anything like the students that apply in terms of the procedure? Anything they need to know there?
There's an application. They can also pick that up at the high school, but they do need to be a DeWitt County resident. I do know that.
Okay.
So those are the key, and be pursuing a medical career.
Gotcha.
So those are the key items with the scholarship, and other questions will likely be answered, you know, via the application and the Facebook.
Easy enough. Easy enough.
Absolutely.
Well, Curt, I'll tell you what, let's take a time out here. Again, remind us how we find all things Warner Hospital Foundation.
Best place, Warner Hospital and Health Services Foundation Facebook page.
All right, easy enough. Curt Homann is the director of the Warner Hospital Foundation, our guest in studio. More to come with him on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
New trucks and SUVs are here. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton. Yes, we've been waiting, and now we have new inventory on our lot for you to see, with more arriving weekly. Plan your next new Chevrolet purchase. Just click on the pre-order tab. You'll see Silverados in 1500, 2500, and 3500. We have Equinoxes and Trailblazers as well. New Chevrolet inventory in stock now at Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton. BaumChevyBuick.com. Right from the start.
7 years. That's how long Love It Once More thrift store in Clinton has been open. And to celebrate, this month we have all clothing and shoes 20% off. This is Connie inviting you to come find your treasure. Look for us on Facebook or doitdailynews.com.
This is Ryan Utterback with Utterback Real Estate. I'm ready for a jump start.
Man, I forgot my jumper cables.
No, I'm ready to help clients jump on a new home.
But what if they fall off?
And that's why you're the other Ryan.
Get a jump on the new year by clicking the Utterback Real Estate icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
It's no secret that employers are having a difficult time hiring qualified personnel, whether full or part-time. The Miller Media Group wants to help you, the employer, to find the candidates you're looking for. That's why we've created IllinoisJobPost.com. That's IllinoisJobPost.com. This website is part of a broad radio and internet employment campaign available through the Miller Media Group. Contact your account manager or email sales at randyradio.com for more information. IllinoisJobPost.com is where we put the power of radio and the internet to attract prospective candidates.
Let's swing open the farm gate together every day on WHOW. I'm Stu Ellis, your host of the long-running agriculture feature called The Farm Gate. I bring the latest news and information on where agriculture is and where it's going to WHOW Ag listeners several times a day. From tariffs to treaties, from the Board of Trade to the running board on your truck, I cover Central Illinois agriculture every day on The Farm Gate. Hear it all on WHOW's many platforms on the radio or online. Join me, Stu Ellis, for the Farm Gate.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show is streaming to Facebook and to YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. Curt Homann is the director of the Warner Hospital Foundation and our guest in studio for today. And, you know, Curt, we started the conversation with some kind of goal-setting things for the hospital in 2023, and part of that was bringing on, obviously, new opportunities for fundraising. We laid out a whole host of things you're going to have in store for 2023. So how about revisiting 2022? And obviously the foundation is, you know, its purpose is to support the hospital, you know, whether it be through a financial means or otherwise. How were you able to do that for the hospital in 2022?
Sure. So yeah, we did a few good things. I mean, the 2022 we kicked off events. So our first annual Glow Bingo, our first annual golf outing. The foundation has done a mail request for donations annually for several years now, and this year that campaign was for new examination chairs, and really for mobily disadvantaged folks, whether it's due to obesity or whether it's due to an injury or age or those types of things. So it's a better exam chair.
Yeah.
That was part of it. And of course, supporting scholarships and those types of things. So, but yeah, it was a good year in 2022. Really, I had really just came on at the very beginning or end of 2021, actually. And so again, a little bit of a learning curve in there, but hopping right into events and functions.
Sure. Well, and as it relates to, you know, I don't know if you have long-term visions for the foundation in terms of how you can support the hospital, but, you know, what about like a 3 to 5, maybe even 10-year outlook? How about that?
Yeah. So it's interesting. I mean, in terms of rural hospitals themselves, you know, there's a saying in the medical business, if they're not growing, they're dying, and because that nationwide has been the trend for rural hospitals.
Really?
So Warner Hospital is has done a good job of keeping pace with growth, and I fully expect those items to continue in the next 3 to 5 to 10 years with new facilities, with new medical services and those types of things. And all of those are important. Warner Hospital is not the hospital it was 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. You know, it's improved. It's improved with services. It's improved with facilities and all of those things. So
sure.
And the reality of it is there's a foundation in place, and there's a community that desires and supports local medical services.
You know, you talked about, Curt, supporting the hospital last year through some medical supplies and that sort of thing. How does one, like, if there's a department within the hospital that could use an improvement in whether it's like equipment or something within the department that would make it more efficient, how does one apply for something within the foundation, or is that even possible? How does that work?
So ultimately, it comes to the foundation after it's gone through several steps at the hospital, that I don't even know what they are. But
okay.
But it really is not a situation where an individual employee says, "Hey, we could really use whatever."
Yeah, it's not like a grant process or anything.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's gone through several steps, and it needs to fit in the hospital's growth plans.
Okay.
So as an example, there could be a piece of equipment that could be needed, immediately. However, there's going to be, the hospital already has in place to upgrade several bits of medical equipment that would be far superior to what they were looking for, one person was looking to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it really has to fit within those parameters. So
I
once it gets to the foundation as a financial request, it's really been vetted internally all the way up to the CEO to make sure that item or that piece of equipment is truly needed and not going to be duplicated already in the upcoming months or years.
Sure.
And we want it to be that way because medical equipment is extraordinarily expensive.
Yeah. Well, and I want to go back to something you said just a minute ago. You said if rural, particularly in rural health, if they're not growing, they're dying. So, and talking with you before we came back on the second segment, that is kind of, I don't know if that's the right phrase for why a director for a foundation is important, but it seems to like kind of fall in those lines. Like if you don't have someone dedicated to growing your foundation and its financial base and donor base and those sorts of things, it kind of just gets pushed to the side. Talk about that a little bit.
So, yeah, and I don't want to dive really too far into the financial situation of any medical facility. However, the reality of it is, and I know sometimes it's hard for people to believe that when they see their bills that come in, but the reality of it is that the services pay for the facility, but they don't pay for expansion. They don't pay for new equipment. They don't pay for those types of things. So as a rule, it's the donations, the foundation, those types of things that really allow a medical facility to grow. And so me in that role, most if not all successful medical systems have a successful foundation, and that starts with a good board. It starts with a paid director.
Yeah.
I'm on a part-time basis, but it really is, it really starts there, and then the needs and the items that can be taken care of just continue to grow and grow, and therefore the facility grows, the services grow, all of the positives comes out of that.
Real quick, Curt, March 15th, Glow Bingo. How do folks get tickets and information?
March 24th. It's Glow Bingo. Check out our Facebook page, Warner Hospital Foundation. I'm going to put a link on there sometime today where you can go online and get tickets. Otherwise, reach out to me by phone, Facebook, whatever you need to do, and I'll get tickets to you.
March 24th. Listen to Curt, not to me. That is Curt Homann, Executive Director of the Warner Hospital Foundation. Our guest in studio. Network News on the way.
WHOW.